Hi everyone, and welcome back to Boomx Beauty Beat. My name is Laura and I am thrilled to be here today. It is the first video of a series I'm doing called The Dating Detective, and what that means is we're going to be uncovering everything it takes to find the one and how I was able to uncover secrets, unlock keys, do all kinds of things to transform my former experience of dating only narcissists and being with only narcissists into a completely unique experience, into finding a soulmate experience, and my dating my dating experiences as well, so you can kind of see how I got to where I got to. And so join me if you either want to transform your current relationship, or if you want to find the one, start dating again, or any of the above. This is going to be something you don't want to miss. There's going to be 21 videos in this, and I can't wait to get started. So we have begun a series called The Ultimate Transformation Plan 777. The numbers are there because they are very powerful. I don't know if you're familiar with the power of numbers, but especially the 777 numbers, and I encourage you to go, you can look them up and see the strength and the meaning in them. But I want to talk especially about today. It kind of blows my mind how Source works, universe works. It happens to be the beginning of the series, and it happens to be on love, the most important topic, and it also happens to be 777 today. I know I was sent here. I have a calling, and we know deep inside, if we reach inside ourselves, that there is a calling for each and every one of us. This happens to be mine. So if you look at the date today, it's the 7th day of the 7th month, and when you put 2023 together, you add the numbers, it's 7 again. And what that means in the community that I am getting more and more and more interested and involved in is definitely to do with the spiritual community, as far as understanding the universe, understanding what our lives are for, what our purpose is, meaning, what is the meaning of our lives. And I've always been curious about it. It's always been important to me, and I've always been different that way. And so if you feel like this resonates with you, then you're meant to be here right now. You're meant to be with me. I'm meant to guide you, even if it's one person. It doesn't much matter to me. I'm just supposed to give you messages of this. And before, in the videos I've done previous to this, I felt quite like kind of embarrassed by what has been happening to me spiritually. My psychic abilities are becoming awakened. My spiritual abilities are becoming awakened. But I am being told to just come forth with it straight up and be confident in my decision to share this, and those that it resonates with, it will matter. And what we're doing as a collective right now is we're raising our vibration, and there is no vibration higher than the love vibration that we can emit from ourselves, for the universe, and especially when you come into union with a person that's important to you. I don't know if you guys know, but I did spend a time as a professional matchmaker. I do know a lot about this topic, actually. But it was just difficult for me in my own skin to do it for myself, because I just didn't understand the alchemy behind coming into union with another human soul, and what that needs to look like, and what you need to prepare to do in order to make that work. Because if you don't prepare properly, you are not going to know what's happening. You're not going to know how to navigate. This is not an easy feat when you come together with another soul. There's all kinds of things from the past that you have to be able to work through. But once it happens, and once you have, and once the bond is there, it has the power to transform a lot of things. And so we're going to go into it, and I need you guys, you can have a little pen and paper there ready for you, and I will walk you through what I need you guys to prepare yourselves for in order to get this union that you desire so much from the depths of your soul happening for you. All right, at the end of this video too, we're going to be doing a brief meditation in order to appreciate today's date. And it is something that I researched and found out is very, very, very powerful and will fill you up inside, bring joy to your heart, and it will, if you were watching this video and you're watching it all the way through, you are meant to be here. And so I need to give this meditation to you. I did it to myself. I did it with my daughter on the phone just now, and she is having, you know, some difficulty in her life because her father was not an easy person, in order for her to accept and receive love from a very beautiful partner that she's with right now. And she just came for a visit, and it was very difficult for her to see me in my physical body change. She actually called me an alien, and I accept that because I look completely different than I did. She hasn't seen me since I lost the weight. I lost 125 pounds. If you guys don't know, you can go back to my weight loss transformation videos and take a look. But needless to say, this meditation will help you. So I hope that you stick to the very end of this video, because we're going to do that a little bit together. Not the entire meditation, but I'm going to give you the strategies behind how to do it, and you can quiet your mind to do it in your own little 5-minute moment. But it's crucial to do today. You have to do it today during the portal if you want the ultimate amount of energy behind it, because you have a whole universe behind you in all of your intentions. We are much, 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 much more powerful than we ever can imagine. Every single person here is so crucial to this universal expansion that we're in right now. I can't even tell you what is happening. I can't even tell you the downloads of information I've been getting, and how crucial I guess I am, not I guess, I really am, in relaying information that they're giving me and information that I'm being coached in order to give to you. So stay with me. This is a very important movement, and I hope those who watch this whole video will resonate, like, subscribe, because every time you do that, you're also adding the energy of the video into the universe, and it is very important that you do so, not for me, but for the universe, because they're trying to bring love and raise the vibration, because there's a lot going on in the world, we all know, that is challenging and is in contrast to love, and that's what we're about here. We're all about the love. So the next thing I want you to do is I need you to dig deep. I need you to close your eyes for a minute, if you can, and just think about, what is the real reason you want a partner? Just think. Think. Is it for financial security? Is it for getting stuff from them? Is it for reasons that are not pure? Let's just put it that way. If it is, it's going to end in disaster, I guarantee you. It won't last. It won't last through eternity like you see in the movies. You need to take a really good hard look at what those reasons are. We're going to run through the ones that are important in this video, and then you'll know if you're resonating with it and if you can adjust your motivations, because we are in a 3D existence here in the world where we're taught to think with our ego and taught to think with our mind. We're not taught to think with our soul, and that is what love is. It comes from your very, very soul. You can't just think only monetarily, and that's what we tend to do with our connections. And in my video introduction to this, I talked about attracting almost all millionaires, but what you really don't know about me is that means very little actually to me. I'm, you know, well established myself. I don't need somebody else to help me. I'm not saying that's wrong to feel supported economically. That is fine, but that can't be your true motivation, because your true partner will open their hearts, their wallets, and everything else to you anyway. So you have to think about the real reason for a partner. So it's all about feelings here. When we get to love, it's about feelings. I'm all about that. I can handle this topic pretty well because I'm a very emotional person, so it's no problem. There are people in this world that have a very difficult time expressing their emotions. It doesn't mean they don't feel them. It just means that it's difficult for them to verbalize them, possibly. Maybe it's easier for them to write it down. Maybe they have different love languages that they like to showcase. So you want to know, you know, first of all, what feelings you're trying to fill. What feelings are you wanting to fill? I want you to ask yourself right now if you feel powerful or if you feel quite powerless. And I also want to know if within you, are you feeling mostly angry? We all have anger and emotions are important. Or are you feeling generally at peace and in happiness right now, with or without a partner? I need you guys to ask this question to yourself. Just ask it honestly. Honestly ask yourself. And I want you to also recognize, do you notice in the beginning stages of your dating experiences, do you tend to give too much or too little? Do you notice an equal reciprocation back and forth within the, within the relationships that you've had, or within the relationship you currently have, or what you tend to find in your relationships in general? Those are the three questions I think that are really, really crucial to start with before you even begin your journey looking for somebody. And as we work through these 7 secrets, I will get you to a place where you're more ready or completely ready to date. Okay, so I promise this is going somewhere. This is all practical, important information. So as I said, this date is very, very important, the 777 date. And as you proceed with this video, hopefully you're watching it today, and if you're not, it's fine. This window is very open, especially until the 17th of the month. And then between the 16th and 17th, that is when there's an extra additional boost to this whole thing. But if you do the meditation that we're going to do at the end of this, it will last you for 7 years. So it's a very, very important meditation to do. And so I want you to ask yourself right now, if you were to feel within your heart space, if you have a deep knowing that you deserve a divine counterpart, if you feel fully ready and you deserve that person, your person, the one. You'll know if you feel it in your deepest part of you. And if you don't feel ready, that's okay. We're all at different places. This is just, we're trying to see if you're ready. So if you are not ready, I'm also going to tell you what to do with that. But if you're looking at yourself and you feel like your life's kind of a mess, you don't feel together, you don't feel ready, your mind is all over the place, you're not in your body, you're not feeling strong, nobody's going to fill that for you. Nobody. Only you can fill it. And you're there to come together to make a third, like a triangle. You're not there as a vacant stand and someone's going to just come and fill you up. You have to have your cup full before you're ready for this kind of journey if you really, really want the one. You might still have wounds, mind you, like when you start the journey, you might still have wounds, but you need to be willing to do the work and grow while you're in relationship. If you're pretty ready, but there's a little bit, you've got trigger points that come up and stuff comes up, that's okay. That can be worked on. Just saying in your center, do you feel ready? So that's what we're trying to figure out. Because once you are ready, the universe will send you your person. They will send you your person. It might not be like, the timeline might not be exact. For example, if you were to plant your seeds of corn, you don't expect to grab corn out the next day. You might have, well, you'll have to wait until that corn pops up for the most part. But, however, things can happen quickly too. You might be surprised. So just keep in mind that everything has divine timing. And once you put your intentions out there, then you will get an answer. So you just have to make sure that your intentions are not coming from a place of worry or lack, coming from a deep knowing and a place that you believe inside you that you deserve it now. It's your time, it's your right to have that divine counterpart, and they will present themselves to you. It's just the time thing, and that will happen. And if it's not happening, you somewhere in you is blocking it, because it's meant for you. I guarantee it. So what happens if you meet somebody? So if you meet somebody, you'll know you'll feel a power, a resonance in the connection. There's a certain vibration that you'll meet somebody with, and you guys have, I'm sure you've experienced this if you, if it's not your very first time, that when you meet somebody, you get an energy that's real strong, and if you don't get that from them, it's okay to pass them by. Like don't like, not everyone is meant for us. You might have many suitors coming for you, or you might have two, or you might, depending. But you'll know by the strength of your connection whether there's something to work on there, whether there's something to explore. But if you feel nothing and they're just a nice person, or you feel like you should like them but you don't, you shouldn't force yourself. You should just allow, the vibration of what is meant for you to really present themselves, and it will be quite blatant that this is somebody that that you need to know. Okay, so now we're going to talk about your intentions again. We're going to need to make sure those are pure. You want to further expand on feelings that the coming into union will create. So what do I mean by that? Okay, so feelings of, like, tell me if this is not or is what you're looking for in order to get from another partner. Because what we're looking for is an expanded feeling base. Anything that we desire is to make us feel more joy, more fulfillment, more heart expansion. Think about how you felt when you had childlike fun, laughter, learning something together, and you feel quite aligned. Those are all excellent goals and feelings to go for in order to look for the person that you want to be with. So when I say alignment might mean for you, it's an energetic alignment that you get. Your alignment is something that you feel. So even though they might be different, they don't present themselves as somebody that you would expect. Maybe they don't look how you would expect. That, you know how it is when you look at somebody and they're really good looking, and then they open their mouth and they're low vibrational. They immediately become less attractive to you, and then the reverse applies. So maybe you want somebody who's 5'11" and then you run into somebody who's 5'8", and but the alignment is there. You have to look past those superficial things, those 3D things, those things that your mind tells you that you have to have a certain car, have to have this, have to have that, have to blah, 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 blah. That's all bogus. That's all low level. That's all beneath us. We are fifth dimension. We're coming from a higher dimension. We're spiritual beings, we're soul beings. You can't love in just material things or material world. You have to rise above all of it. Now this part might be a little hard for you to hear, but I'm going to tell it to you anyway. You may need to do a deep dive into yourself, and that may require you to go into quite a bit of isolation. What I mean by isolation, it means eat clean, do your exercising, go to sleep on time, no partying, meditation, chill, collect yourself, listen to the voices inside yourself, listen to whatever anxieties, pains, distraught, until you come to a place of peace. And you have to work through all of it before you're ready to bring your spirit into someone else's. It's not fair to them to bring yourself into another union when you're a mess. You have to at least have done some work, some isolation to know. Not perfection. We're not perfect. I'm going to mess up this video, I'm sure. So just remember, it's not about perfection. It's about doing the work, and it's about getting a grounding sense of where you're at, so that you have something to bring to the table. It doesn't mean money. It doesn't mean any of that. Although, if your life is a stress ball, you need to clean it up a little bit so that you are not coming into this as a stress case, because who wants to go into union with that? That is not a comforting feeling. You're looking for a soft place to fall. They're looking for a soft place to fall. So don't mess it up. Do the work. Be diligent and own your stuff, because you know the stuff that happened to you in childhood, it's all within us all. We've all had things happen to us. We've all had tragedies. We've all had, and that contrast was there in order to give you a place for you to learn what you do want and learn what you don't want. It wasn't there to weigh you down. It wasn't there to create all of these disorders or depressions or issues or whatever. It was just there to teach you what you do want. So when you're feeling crap, the first thing you want to do is to have some stuff in your wheelhouse where you're able to grab information from your soul that you remember that brought you joy, something that made you laugh, something that eases your mind, something that makes things a little bit more gentle. Because it doesn't matter the amount of money you have, it doesn't matter the person in front of you, nothing can bring peace to your soul the way that you can bring it to your own self. Nobody and nothing can. You and the universe, you and the universe, you and the that's it. So you have to have the wherewithal in order to take a hard look at where you're at and know that no matter where you're at, you could always shift it. So you can shift it a little bit here and a little bit there. So you're saying, I hate my life. And then you could say to yourself, my life isn't really that bad. You could say, oh my God, you know what? There's people in this world that are better than me and people that are having more difficult times. Everything's a little level up. You know what? I kind of don't mind this about myself. You know what? I kind of look good today. Like, you have to start little and little and little and build it up until you're saying, you know what? I am power, I am strength, I am beauty, I am divine, I am everything, and I have that to give. You have to build your own self up. Nobody else can do it for you. No counselors, no psychiatrists, no pill, no nothing. Nothing except for you. This is a bit of an aside, but I want you guys to take a look. Google, because I don't have time in this video to talk about it right today, but Google the difference between a twin flame versus a soulmate. We've all heard the word soulmate. Some of us have heard the word twin flame. They approach you differently. The relationships are different. A soulmate might slide in and it might happen and it might be a little easier to work through, and your twin flame can also turn in or be your soulmate. A twin flame is somebody who is like your soul and is split in two. And both you guys have stuff to work on, and you come together. This is just a quick aside. You come together, it's rocky, and it's great, and it's rocky, and it's great, and it's rocky, and it's great, it's rocky, it's great. And then all of a sudden you break up, and you have time apart. And then you come back together in some cases, not all. Sometimes it's too much, and you can't. And then if you can come back together after you've worked through your stuff, it is probably it's an eternal hold. Like, it'll have a hold on you forever. You know, there's just certain loves that you have that just will never let go. And just remember, anything that's meant for you will never pass you by. You have to believe that from the bottom of your heart, from the bottom of your soul. Anything that's meant for you will never, never, never pass you by. And don't do anything more until I teach you more. I don't want you guys going out and dating yet. Just hold on, give it the week. Just at least give me the first few days so I can get through a few of these videos with you. Okay, so try to do these exercises. We're going to now continue on to the meditation, and that will be enough for today. I don't want to overwhelm you. All right, so what we're going to do for the meditation is I want you to imagine a chalice. You know what a chalice is like? You know, like the cup of Christ, or you know, when you see in the movies, and then it's got, like, you know, beautiful stones all the way up and down it. There's 7 chakras, there's 7 stones. So what I want you to do is to place that in your heart space. Close your eyes, and what you're going to do is imagine the universe is pouring in an emerald light into the chalice, pouring it in, pouring it in, pouring it in. And then what's happening is it's overflowing, and the overflow is going into your heart, through your mind, into your heart, through your mind, into your heart, through your mind. And then it's starting to flood your entire body. It's flooding, 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 flooding. Let it sit, let it resonate, let it go in pockets of your body. And then have it ooze out, pouring outside of your heart, emerald back out of your heart, while retaining all of this beautiful emerald flow of light through your entire body. I want you to do that for at least 5 minutes. Just repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. Imagine it, imagine it, imagine it. That meditation, if you do it today, will stick with you for 7 years, and it will energetically prepare you in massively powerful ways for your partner. It'll ready your heart, and it will start to, if you're at a difficult place, it'll start to open your heart, and it'll start to make you feel differently inside. Allow it to happen to you. Believe in what you don't see. I don't see the recorder recording me right now. It just is. I don't see the internet. It just is. The universal powers, they just are. They just are. You just have to believe, because if you don't, you're going to be living this 3D low vibrational, never experiencing the fullness of who you are. And I know you're magical. Whether you're a female energy, male energy, it doesn't matter. You are magical. You are divine, and you're important. And the universe needs this. We are like on the front lines to the universe to be in our bodies in this physical experience in order I get myself so excited. In order to create a shift energetically that will transform the universe. And every single one of us is super important to this. Every single one of us is. So just do the work. You can do it. Just believe in what you don't see. You know, when you're looking down the highway and there's like a corner coming up around the bend, you know you got to turn around the bend. You can feel it. You can sense it. You don't see around the other side, but you know it's going to turn. Just follow the road around the corner. Listen. Quiet your mind. Listen. Listen to what I'm saying. It will change everything. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. Wishing you blessings. Happy 7/7/7 today. It's a remarkable day. All right, let's do this. Stay with me.